You what? You're recording this shit. Heck off. Heck off. You're not recording this shit now.
Welcome to episode 53 of Character Unlock, your bi-weekly video game nonsense podcast. Nonsense, always nonsense. Complete and utter bollocks, all of it. I am hosting this week, I'm Andrew Brooker, and joining me as always is my good buddy John. You alright, mate?
Hi.
No one can see you.
You can see me, that's all
I can
that
see you,
matters.
no one else can see you. And for the first time, I'm so chuffed that we've managed to drag our buddy onto here. So for the first time joining us from Last Save Loaded, Mr. Colm Sheridan. You're all right, mate?
Good evening. I like bollocks.
Any bollocks? All bollocks?
My
Hairy
own,
bollocks?
particularly. No, my own, particularly. But anyway, you said it's a podcast of bollocks. I like bollocks.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
What we do.
It's 53. It's hard to believe it's 53 episodes, isn't it?
That means we've been going for 2 years, which is terrifying.
It's mental, isn't it?
We didn't even celebrate last week on our anniversary.
Well, no, because we started. Our first episode was you going to EGX, and then our first year anniversary was both of us at EGX, recording at EGX, and then neither of us could be bothered to go to EGX 2 weeks ago. So we just kind of skipped it. So yeah, so we'll make a big deal of it next year.
At some point.
But Colin, mate, it is so cool to have you on because I mean, I've been listening to Last Save Loaded for as long as I've been listening to podcasts.
Thank you very much. It's nice for you to do your bit for the help the aged.
Well, you got to do your thing, haven't you?
It is Mental Health Day as well, so that's it's good for me too that I get to talk to young people.
That's it. You see, got to reach across, give a little digital hug, make sure the old people are okay.
Exactly. So thank you for having me. That's all I'm saying.
And as is gonna, I want to say has become, but you're literally going to be the second person. So as this will become tradition. So for guests, we have questions, 5 questions, so people that are listening can get to know you a little bit.
Do they really want to?
Well, I mean, they can skip ahead about 5 minutes if they can't be asked. I'll be honest, when I'm editing, I'll probably do the same thing.
Exactly.
I want to get to know you. That's all that
there
really
you
matters.
go, see? Someone
Thanks,
wants
grandson.
to know you, mate.
Brooker's my son and John is my grandson. Thank
There
you.
you go. It's a whole family affair. All right, and buddy, so your first question, I want to know what your favourite game platform is. I don't care if it's a new machine, an old machine, a board game, whatever. What's your favourite gaming platform?
Oh, you see, I didn't read that question right. A fucking typical old man's shit.
It doesn't matter that I couldn't read your replies then, really, does it?
I put down, it's got to be Mario Galaxy, but that's not a platform. That's a
platformer.
Yes. I got this mixed up as well with the Laps Gamer Radio boys, and they had a laugh about this. Anyway, my favourite gaming platform, well, I suppose recently, of all time, is it?
Well, yeah, of all time, of recent times.
Oh, well, I mean, you can't say no to the Switch now, can you, with a bit of old Splatoon splatting around there, in the morning time before I go to work. So, but I suppose before the Switch, I'd have to go with the Vita.
Yeah.
Great little device. And it's handy on the train.
Yeah.
And it's handy in the toilet too. And it's handy when Sandra's watching Coronation Street. It's handy all round, really.
It's handy all round, yeah.
yeah, like myself, handy.
See, I would completely agree with you if I didn't have monstrous gorilla paws that get cramp after playing on any of these portable machines for more than 10 minutes.
How do you find the Switch then?
It does hurt.
Does it?
Genuinely, after about 20 minutes, half an hour, I have to put it away because my hands hurt.
All right, okay.
I don't know,
Fair enough. Yeah, you do have big hands, yes.
Apparently I'm not a normal person. Apparently I have hands like a baseball glove.
You don't want to be fucking normal, do you? Look at me.
No.
I'm not normal either. Who
No.
wants to be normal?
Normies.
Spit on normal. Thank you for asking me that question.
All right. So, next question. What are your 3 desert island games? So, any 3 games that if you had to be stuck with forever, you'd be happy with?
Skyrim, because I have it on every bloody platform known to man, and I think I've only completed it once.
I say, has anyone ever actually completely finished Skyrim? Ever?
I have finished the main story, but I have yet to finish the DLC, which I believe is just as poxy long as the story. But anyway, it's great. It's great. I've bought that on PS3, which was janky as hell. I bought it on Xbox 360. I bought it on Xbox One. I bought it on PS3, and now I have it on the Switch.
Poor.
And I'm still blown away by the Switch version. It's
the Switch version good, is it?
Oh, it's perfect. It is actually perfect. Now, if Nintendo would just get their shit together and give me some achievements or trophies or even Mario stars, I don't give a shit. Just get your shit together, lads, will you?
You never had some crappy little Nintendo coins? I'll have Nintendo coins to...
I like Nintendo coins too, so if they give me Nintendo coins for finishing their games, that would be nice. Ocarina of Time.
Okay, yeah.
On the 3DS, because I never played it on the other ones because I only had a SNES, and The Witcher 3. Yes, I love The Witcher 3, Brooker. Yes, I do.
I've never played The Witcher 3. I look at it and can feel my life draining away.
Yes, I had hair when I started The Witcher 3, and I had my sanity. That's all I can say.
I don't think anyone comes out of The Witcher 3 and still has their sanity intact.
Or hair.
Yeah.
Or hair. Oh.
Or hair, yeah. You two are doing all right, aren't you?
We haven't started playing The Witcher 3 yet.
I stole John's to keep mine nice and long.
Excellent.
So, all right then, mate. Question 3. Who is your favourite video game character?
Link.
All right.
Short, simple, to the point.
I don't know why. I just like him. I haven't played a lot of the games, but I just like Link. I have.
You're a fan of little boys in Robin Hood outfits.
Yeah, that's why I like John. Hold on, I'll just get my things. Hold on, I'll just show you my amiibos. That's not a euphemism.
As he said, no one else can see this. But
no one else can see that he's walked away from us.
But he just left.
Oh, he's back.
Can you see that?
Mister.
No.
Where'd you
It's
put
a bit
it?
low.
Now, hold on. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my horsey. That's my man in green tights there with a sword.
Everyone likes a man with a big sword.
Well, that's what they say. That's why Sandra married me. Or didn't even marry me. She just lives with me, and that's his with a big bow. And that's him. I don't know what he's doing there. He's putting his sword away, I presume. So yeah, yeah. So there's my links. They're my pride. They'll be getting buried with me, along with all the wires that Sandra dislikes so much.
Well, yeah. I think when I go, my man drawer will just come with me.
Yeah. To be a separate coffin for me.
Yeah, be buried with a bunch of old batteries that don't work. 12 remote controls that I don't own the TV for anymore. 3 SCAR cables and an HDMI switcher.
Excellent. My hero.
Alright, and buddy, question number 4. What is your favourite game soundtrack?
But see, this was a tough one, but because I've listened to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture over the last year and a half to 2 years, more or less, once every couple of weeks at least, I'd have to say that is an awesome soundtrack.
Yes, I've not played the game yet, but I do know the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really good.
Soundtrack is really good. The Chinese Room, Jessica Curry wrote the music for it.
Yeah, that was good.
Awesome.
Good choice.
Yeah.
All right, then, mate. So the final question of all time: what is your favourite gaming memory? So,
it has to be. Well, I have a couple, but Christmas Eve, right? I was 21, I think. My brother's about 13 years younger than me, lucky bastard. Sorry for the language. And
yeah, because your language is definitely something you need to fucking worry about on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I came home Christmas Eve drunk as a skunk, as you do when you're that age, and Santi had left a SNES under the Christmas tree with Street Fighter 2.
Are you the kid in that viral video that's pulling the wrapping off the thing and screaming? Is that you?
No, I couldn't scream because I'd wake up my brother, but I took out the SNES before he came down and played Street Fighter on for about a half, 2 hours, and then put it back in the box nice and neatly so he wouldn't know.
No! That's amazing.
But my favourite memory would have to be playing Superstar Soccer on the SNES. I can't even quite remember whether it was called Superstar Soccer or whatever, but me and the brother used to have great crack, and we baiting the crap out of each other, and you could score from the halfway line, and we used to have some crack with that. Yeah, so that would be fine. Yeah,
awesome. Well, there you go. I mean,
my favorite horror memory would be now my son kicking my ass senseless at FIFA for the last 4 years, and just laughing at me. One night I was lucky enough, I must have had a few beers, I was lucky enough to beat him, and he turned around and says, "Da, let's have another game." I said, "No, it's time for bed, son." And he went, "I'm not going to bed a loser. Let's play another."
Said, "No, I'm going to bed a winner for a change. Fuck you."
So yeah, I hate FIFA since then. I can't play it. I can't bring myself to play a FIFA game now.
I do. I dread the day when me playing like fighting games with Nikita becomes less me letting her win and me trying desperately to win because she's whooping my ass.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
For sure. Absolutely it is.
It's definitely going to happen. Sorry, I didn't mean to break your dreams up there, but it is going to happen.
At that point, I hand in my gamer card and she can have the microphone and the headset and she can come do the fucking podcast and all. She's more interesting to listen to than me anyway. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not true.
Nice. Yes, that's... Yeah, good answers, mate. Good answers, I like it. I suppose that segues us nicely onto... news. There's no fucking news! Again! Okay, there's a little bit of news. But not much. So after firing like 90% of their staff, Telltale have just let everyone else go.
Yep.
So they kept the skeleton crew on, and now they've let everyone else go, apart from like 10 people.
So Telltale, are they not the crowd that done the Lego games as well?
No. Is that TT Games?
Oh, TT Games, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Sorry.
No, it used to get, because I always used to shorten Telltale Games to TT Games. Oh shit, no, but no, no. The Lego games I think were TT Games, which are Warner Brothers.
All right, yeah, okay.
There's another company like that. Who's the guy that made the Disney Toys to Life thing? Avalanche.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because I used to get them confused with Avalanche, the guys that make Just Cause.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, easy to confuse.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Telltale, basically no one works at Telltale anymore except for like 3 people. I don't know what they do. Well, apparently what they actually do is they set up deals with, who's the company? Skybound Games. So Skybound Games are apparently going to finish off The Walking Dead season, whatever the fuck, we're halfway through.
4, 3, 2,
something like that. It's not
3.
2.
It might be 3.
3 or 4. The final season it's called, so it doesn't matter. It's the final season. So everybody, all those heartless cuntbags that have been screaming about their game, not worried about the people losing their jobs, they're going to get their game at the end of the day. So,
heartless bastards.
Mate, you know what? As a rule, I really fucking dislike gamers.
Yeah, they're awful assholes. I mean, that's why That's why I'm playing this shit game called feckin' Sparkle 2, because I don't consider myself a gamer anymore now. I just consider myself an old fucker who has issues, anger issues, and just collects stamps. That's what I'm going to do from now on, yeah.
But
and
yeah,
wearing that.
When we had the announcement that Telltale were closing down, literally it was 50% people going, "Oh God, no! All these people losing their jobs," and 50% going, "What about my game? What about your fucking game?" But we had this when the guy shot up the EA event, the Madden event. So EA put out a thing on like social media saying, we're really sorry about what happened, blah blah blah, and literally people would respond with, "That's great. Have you fixed Battlefield?" What? It's not really
seriously.
the time or place for that now, is it, you twat?
I wonder what age these people are. I consider myself not very intellectually stimulated, but I wouldn't even think about something like that. I just think about the poor fuckers who've no money now.
I consider myself to be quite a douchebag, and I don't think like that
either. I think a lot of them reaction tweets and Facebook and all that stuff is from 14 to 18-year-olds. Seriously, I couldn't imagine a 51-year-old tweeting something like that.
No, absolutely not.
Do you know what I mean? Or somebody with any level of intelligence.
Well, somebody that's got responsibilities. That realises that 240 people have just lost the means to pay for food.
And I mean, it can't be that easy for a game dev to get another job. It really can't.
No.
I mean, it's still quite a niche market, like in certain, particularly in Ireland. I mean, apart from Google and that other crowd that do World of Warcraft, I think they're here as well. And
okay.
But there's not many other, there's no big corporations over here, I don't think.
I mean, there's a couple in the UK, but
quick
as they get shut down, there's nowhere for them to go.
Jesus.
Because there's a couple in Milton Keynes.
Yeah. Do you remember years ago, like, there was loads of devs in England, like, there was loads of game devs in England, like...
there were racing game developers everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely everywhere. And then the arse fell out of the racing genre and no one wants to make them anymore. Oh, gosh, I shouldn't laugh. It's me, and now I'm laughing about people losing their jobs.
Oh, sorry.
That's fucking terrible. But no, but you wouldn't, whether they're game developers or anybody, you wouldn't bitch about people losing their jobs, because if I lost my job, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I literally wouldn't know what to do with myself if I lost my job.
I'm sure your kids, Nikita, would and your lovely wife would keep you busy around the house.
Nikita's off out to work, I'm telling you, if I lose my job. She's cleaning chimneys and, I don't know, what they used to do with them, doing looms and shit. Get her in the fucking workhouse.
Bring the money home to Daddy.
Exactly. Let me sit on my ass and play games for a bit.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know, was there any other news? Anything worth talking about?
What's that thing about Microsoft streaming thingamajig?
Yeah, what's it called? The xCloud.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to go out and say is maybe the worst name for anything.
Yeah.
Not just a streaming service, but the xCloud just sounds like a spaceship from Captain Scarlet.
Yeah.
I don't like the name at all. But yeah, so it's going to you're going to be able to stream on anything, if I've read this right.
Yeah,
so.
But you're going to have to, it's a bit like that NVIDIA Go thing. I actually got a beta for that.
Okay.
And basically what it does is it's on the cloud, obviously, and they have a big, lovely powered up PC, and you basically stream the game on your crappy laptop.
Yeah.
So I gave it a bash. I thought initially it was like a on Live or one of them services where you paid a subscription, but you pay a subscription either way, but you have to actually own the games that you want to play. So I tried it on the old Tomb Raider there. Now my laptop isn't great, but it can still play. It can still run the first Tomb Raider, like the first reboot. So I tried it anyway. You'd need a good, decent broadband, you know what I mean? A really good one, I'd say, because there was it was running smoothly, like it wasn't a problem, but there was the screen wasn't exactly crisp or clear, you know. It
No.
was anti-alias. So, yeah, but I mean, it sounds like a good idea.
I think it sounds great. I'm not sure I like the idea of not being able to go anywhere and get away from my games.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's scary.
I'm just going to pause Tomb Raider for a sec. I'm just going to take my phone with me to go take a shit and continue playing Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's the fear I have with PSVR. If I went in there, I don't think I'd come back out again.
It is the one good thing about PSVR not being wireless yet. Because if
Yeah.
it was wireless, I'd just take the helmet with me, just sit in the bath and play Resident Evil. That way when I piss my pants, it ain't making a mess. But yeah, no, I quite like the idea of Xbox streaming stuff, because obviously it worked really well with like Game Pass and that. So, yeah. You'd need a flawless internet connection, man. I don't know how well that works with, you know, trying to do it on your local Virgin train that cuts out the second it goes into a tunnel. But, you know, I'll give it a go. I don't know. Would that mean I don't need my Switch anymore? Would I get rid of my Switch just so I can play, I don't know, Gears 5 on my iPhone? I ain't sure.
I still think I prefer to sit down and play a game on a TV, or, you know.
Yeah.
I still, even though I play on the Vita and the Switch, I still prefer to play on the big screen, you know.
I do. I prefer to play my Switch in docked mode and stick it on the telly.
Yeah.
You know, I make myself a little like cave in my living room. So I sit on the floor in the middle of my floor, and I get like the chair from Nikita's little table and put it next to me, so I can sit my coffee on it, and I put my remotes on it so I can turn the volume up and down, and I get comfortable and don't move, because if I move, my legs are going to give out on me.
So you're like crouched down on the floor?
No, I sit cross-legged.
All right, good. So you must have good flexible legs,
mate. The missus looks at me every time and goes, "I don't know how you can fucking sit like that." I was like, it's just I'm cross-legged. This is not difficult. Getting up afterwards is difficult, but actually getting to that position, I'm fine.
Oh, classic.
But yeah, I like even after I upgraded to the big TV, I still sit about 3 foot away from it. The fact I don't need glasses surprises me every day.
Ah, you're young, son.
You probably do need glasses.
I probably do. If I put glass on, I wouldn't need to sit so close to the fucking telly.
You'd probably go, wow, that's what 4K really looks like.
It's so clear. Oh, wow. But yeah, I think I'll stick to my TV. X Cloud, X Streaming, X whatever they want to call it. I'll probably try it and then go, yeah, that was really cool. And then uninstall whatever app it came with and go back to the telly.
Yeah, well, I got that Android or Windows tablet, you know, the one with the Xbox controllers that you can stream from your Xbox?
Yeah.
That went well. Yeah. And I supposedly have good broadband. My ass, it does. It fucking cuts out every 10 minutes and janky as feck. But anyway.
A guy from work, because he has a similar problem to me, is that we have one TV and 2 people that want to use it at the same time, which never works if only one of you plays games. So he bought an app for his iPad that he can stream his PlayStation to his iPad. And I tried it and I was like, this is the worst way to play Spider-Man ever.
Yeah.
Spider-Man I enjoyed, but even I'm sitting there going, this is fucking bollocks. I can't play on this tiny little screen. This is ridiculous. I either need a bigger iPad, which I couldn't convince the wife to let me do, or I need another TV. Also, I couldn't convince the wife to let me do.
She should be the one using the iPad to watch her TV shows, and you're playing on.
All right.
Definitely, John. That man's a genius. Or that boy's a genius. Sorry.
Back off out to the kitchen. Do whatever you want to do out there and watch Netflix on the iPad.
Sorry, Maya.
He's not sorry at all. Let me just have a quick browse and see if there's any other news. Forza Horizon 4. Sorry, mate.
Apart from Red Dead, what are you looking forward to?
I think that's about it for the rest of this year.
What about John?
I don't think there's anything coming out this year that I'm interested in. I'd probably include Red Dead to that list. I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't know why.
I had a lengthy conversation with someone today trying to figure out what they were going to call the shark cards in Red Dead Redemption. My favourite suggestion so far is Buckaroo Bucks.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Or cowboy coins. I like cowboy coins.
Yeah.
No, Red Dead I'm really looking forward to. I really want to play Assassin's Creed. I just can't be arsed. I just cannot be bothered. How about you, buddy? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah.
You're looking forward to anything?
Did you play the Red Dead?
The first one?
Red Dead?
Yeah.
To death.
Yeah.
Love the first one.
Yeah, I played it's the only GTA game I've finished was that. was Red Dead. And it's only because I love spaghetti westerns, so that's why I played it.
I think it kind of... The first one blew me away, because...
Yeah, it was awesome.
Watching the trailers going... Because I'm not the biggest fan of GTA, and I remember watching the trailer going, this is just GTA with horses. And everybody was saying, it's just GTA with horses. I'm like, why the fuck would I play that? And I play it because I love westerns, and I'll watch any western. New, old, I don't care. I love westerns. And stuck it on, I couldn't switch it off.
I love Sergio Leone's movies now. I'm a real fan. I love them. So it was very much in keeping with that, the music and the tone. So so that's why I loved it. But I've only finished it once now.
I have finished it twice.
Played. Awesome. What about you, John?
I think I finished it twice. I think I finished it on both PlayStation 3 and on Xbox 360, but I can't remember why I played it the second time. I think it might have just been because I transferred myself over to PlayStation at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just going through some stuff that was free on the store.
Yeah.
And I think I'd picked it up for free on the PlayStation, and I really enjoyed playing the first one. I loved playing the online of just like going around and just hitting other people's horses with tomahawks.
Yeah. You're probably only 6 then, were you?
My only problem with playing Red Dead the second time round was you kind of sat there and went, oh god, I know what's coming, and I know there's like this big slog in the middle going, I don't want to do that. And I do that with all open world games now as well. Like if I want to replay Assassin's Creed or Saints Row or anything, if you just remember the boring bits and you go, I don't want to do that, I'm going to go play something else.
Yeah, that section where you're playing as a farmer for a bit.
At the beginning and at the end.
Yeah.
And then you get to play his son, who is the most annoying twat bag I've ever played as. Just like
I think GTA are very, very good at what they do. I mean, Rockstar, they are very good at what they do, and because I remember playing the GTA 3 on the PlayStation 2, and I was just breaking my heart laughing at all the things you could do. Like I was just telling Sarah, come over here and look at this, and I just take up a baseball bat and beat the crap out of but you don't understand, son or grandson. You don't understand. We were never given that freedom before in a game. It was just mind blowing what you could do.
It was great, though, wasn't it? Because for years before that, you were going, I want to play this like Driver, and I want to do stuff, and then suddenly GTA 3 comes out. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would spend hours on GTA 3. I would literally load it up just so I could sit on top of a police station and snipe people for 3 hours.
There's so much to do in it that I think it just got too distracting for me that I wouldn't actually go and play the actual campaign.
Yeah.
And I just go around beating the crap out of old ladies even, and just now I won't, of course, because I am an old man, so I wouldn't like them to do it to me.
Resonate with the people you beat the shit out of.
I mean, the nearest thing to GTA before that was probably Driver.
Yeah.
The first driver, I don't think you could get out of the car in the first driver.
No.
It was just so cool. Like it was a great game, and
but it was
fair play.
You'd sit there and go, I remember doing it to Maya. I go, sweet, come look at this. I can take a baseball bat and I can beat someone up and money comes out of them. And she'd look at me like I'm a fucking psychopath. She's going, but it's so cool. And she's going, no, it's not. Do you need me to call somebody? Someone that cares. This is awesome. Look at this. But yeah,
it was great.
So yeah, I'm looking for, and the thing that really blows my mind about Red Dead 2, have you seen all the screenshots and all the video for it? What really blows my mind is none of that's on PC. Yeah. The game's not coming out on PC, so all of that is rendered off of a console somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's possible, it's unlikely, but it's possible that those things will actually appear on my TV. I can't wait to see some 4K horse dung, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
I wonder who the artist was that got into that technical aspect of it.
When you read the credits, it's going to be someone's job is going to be horse bollock shaper.
Yeah. Just imagine
horse handler.
Exactly.
You spent your entire life working your way up. Finally, you can work on a game with Rockstar.
Yeah.
And you're the guy designing the testicle physics.
Exactly. It's all uphill from here.
It's snowing outside. Let's make them slightly smaller.
Yeah.
With some goosebumps.
Yeah.
Can't get goosebumps on your bollocks, can you? Or maybe you can. Who knows? I haven't looked at the vibe.
I want to reassure people listening that even though the cameras are on today, we are all wearing clothes, and we are not testing the idea that you can get goosebumps on your butt.
I don't even get undressed in front of poor old Sandra anymore.
Right.
Yeah. But no Battlefield, Brooker. No Battlefield for you. You love your Battlefield.
I love my Battlefield. I think the problem I've got with Battlefield is Battlefield was always my multiplayer game, but I just couldn't get into Battlefield 1 online. I tried so hard and couldn't. The story arc was amazing. Battlefield 1 story was just outstanding, and I will definitely be playing Battlefield 5. I'm dubious it could hit that high again, and I know it's counter to what everybody else says. I'm really quite missing modern combat games.
Yeah.
You know, I'm missing the modern warfares and the bad companies, and you know, Battlefield 3 and 4. I know the stories sucked, but I really enjoyed them. But I'm quite looking forward to them. But I don't know. And everything comes out. There are two things now, aren't there? So you got like Call of Duty's coming out Friday. It's coming out a month early to avoid Red Dead Redemption.
Well, Red Dead's coming out the end of this month, isn't it? Really?
Well, this is it. Once that comes out,
bring it out before Red Dead. Otherwise, you're not going to get any traffic.
No. Well, this is it, because Call of Duty used to come out first Tuesday in November, which is like 4 days after Red Dead Redemption. That would be the stupidest thing you could do.
Yeah.
And I think Battlefield's going to suffer the same because it comes out after Red Dead. I'm still going to be playing Red Dead Redemption. I'll rent it and it will just sit on the side gathering dust until March, when I finally maybe finish Red Dead 2. I don't know, mate. What about you? Are you looking forward to anything this year?
Well, I'm still playing Tomb Raider, so I'm hoping to 100% that at some stage over the next 6 years. And then probably... Oh, yeah, I have to say now, I'm looking forward to Luigi's Mansion on the 3DS for some reason. I don't know why. And, of course, I'm looking forward to Red Dead. I mean, anything after that is just a blur, really. I don't know what it is about this year, but there seems to be city season seems to have started a lot earlier this year for some. Just, you know, since Tomb Raider's come out, every week there's, you know, AAA titles coming out.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a massive silly season as well, isn't it? Considering we just had like a summer with nothing coming out.
Yeah.
We had a properly quiet summer. Like, someone could have jumped on the fact that nothing at all came out in August and made an absolute fortune by bringing their game forward a little bit. Because we're all desperate for something new to play.
Yeah, even though we have.
We've got back catalogues.
John, do you have the same problem as me and Brooker?
What, a massive back catalogue?
Yes.
No, I don't really. Mainly because mine's almost entirely digital library, so I don't actually have a physical backlog.
So you have a digital backlog?
Yeah, I've got it's actually got to a point now where I don't think I've got enough space to fit more games on my 8 terabytes worth of hard drives.
8 terabytes. Holy
It's
God.
insanity though. Like you go digital, you go to like games and apps on the Xbox, and now it lists like all the games you own, all the games you can get from Game Pass, all the games you can get from EA Access. I'm like, there's like 800 games.
Yeah.
I don't know what to play.
I don't have Game Pass. I think Game Pass is great value, but I just don't have it for the simple reason that I just wouldn't get to play any of the games on it because, I over the last couple of weeks, I've been very busy playing games, and you have to give it a break every so often when you get the hints,
Yeah.
So that, Brooker.
Yeah.
So I just my son has it now, and he's playing Forza on it, and he loves it, but most of his time is spent playing Rainbow Six Siege with his mates, So
Yeah, the thing with Game Pass, like I've had Game Pass I think for 6 months. This month is the first month I've actually paid for it.
Oh yes, you were saying that. Yeah, I remember.
So I've done all right, and I've played a couple of games, and I think like when I've done Rise of the Tomb Raider, even though I own it, I couldn't be asked to get the disc from upstairs, so I just installed it. Why not? But what I liked, there was a couple of months back, I couldn't decide what to play, so I just needed something to do, and I installed Brothers.
Awesome game.
It's a amazing game. I'd never played it before. I'd heard so many good things. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a go. And it took me 2 hours to finish it, but it burnt an afternoon. I didn't need to buy it. It was just there, ready for me to download. That on its own makes Game Pass worth the price of admission for me, which obviously until this month was nothing.
Yeah. It is the same price as Netflix over here, and we, for Netflix for me is great value for money because my 2 young adult people that are probably older than John play it. So they look at Netflix all the time. I mean, my uncle is 20 now, so he doesn't even watch TV anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just, so you can just imagine TV is like sort of, if his generation are not watching TV, then the future for TV is bleak, if you know what I mean. In that regard, Netflix and them type of shows are
easy. Nikita knows exactly how to bring up the stuff she likes watching on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
She knows which remote in this field of remotes. She knows which one to grab, what button to press, and how to get Scooby-Doo to appear on the screen. Oh, fucking hell, I barely know how to get Scooby.
That generation's not going to know what, it's not going to be a physical generation. It's going to be a streaming generation. It's going to be, not soft generation, but you know what I mean. There's not going to be any physicality about it. Like where we were brought up in, discs and
VHS tapes. Yeah, VHS everywhere.
Yeah. And you go into like HMV and there'd be like 30 quid for a release and a new release of Blade Runner or something.
Yeah.
It was 30 quid in video in VHS, like,
Yeah. I was telling a guy that's been on this podcast before, a mate of ours, Tony, we were talking about Fight Club. I bought my first copy of Fight Club when it was still only available on VHS, and I bought it ex-rental from Blockbuster, and it cost me like £80. £80 for a fucking video.
Wow.
I wouldn't pay that for anything now, let alone a fucking videotape.
Oh. 80 quid, that's mental. What about you, John? You're sort of... I know I'm only slagging you about being young looking, but you do look young.
You know what?
It's
great. I usually get morning, noon, and night. I get slagged off for being old. So it's nice. Old. It's nice to team up against Jonathan being young for a change.
So, I mean, you said yourself that a lot of you don't have any physical discs. So do you buy the latest releases then for certain games? Like,
yes. I usually hunt around and try and find if I can get a code for a digital release cheap, but I also have the advantage of having a friend who we do the game share home Xbox thing.
Oh, right, yeah. So you go halves.
So it's kind of like if I buy a game 1 month, he'll buy another game another month. So it kind of splits the cost over the course of the year. So I'm buying half the number of games that I normally would. But the other side of it is that I will once again talk up the game rental company me and Brooker use, Boomerang. And if there's a game coming out that's new, I mean, I've got sitting next to me Mario Party and Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I forgot to cancel that one.
How much is that service? We don't have that over here now, but it's how much is that?
I spend $15.99 a month, and I get 2 games, including brand new releases.
All right, okay. Now I've listened to your podcasts because I'm stalking you, but you're not guaranteed the latest releases all the time, are you?
No, I've had a couple of times where I've been disappointed for brand new releases. What was last month? There's
so when you bought Spider-Man.
I ended up having to buy Spider-Man because I didn't get mine sent. I didn't get a copy sent to me, but it was quite annoying because I was following their Twitter feed and they were retweeting people saying, "Oh, I only added Spider-Man this morning and it's already on its way." I was like, "Motherfucker, I've had it in my list since it was announced," and I didn't even get it on release day.
Yeah, there's something hinky with their algorithm because I always get my new releases on release day, or at worst Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
But they're really good. And if there's a game that you're not sure about, Spider-Man is the perfect example. I wasn't sure. I wanted to play it, so I rented it. And because you get loyalty points and all that kind of shit with them. So actually, when I decided I'm going to buy Spider-Man from them, they basically just send you the box to the rental you already have.
Okay.
And I spent my points. It cost me £25, so I got half of it off.
That's great. So if you do rent a game off them and you want to buy it, do they give it to you for a slightly discounted price? Or
no, not unless
not
if
really.
You just want to keep it. It's usually at best £2 or £3 cheaper.
It depends on how old the game is. I mean, I've had some that. What was I think it was The Darkness 2 a long time ago, obviously in the gaming world. But I had that one rented, and I'd had it for like a month or 2. And bearing in mind, I've been spending like £16 a month. It was at the point where it was not useful for me to keep renting it, so I just ended up buying it like £7 off of them because again it was quite a while after the game had been released that I was renting it, and it took me so long to actually get around to playing it. It would be the same with Assassin's Creed and fucking Super Mario Party, that I'll have them for probably far too long, and it'll actually be more expensive for me keeping them than it is if I just bought them in the first place.
Yeah. It's just the games are so big now, but aren't they? There's so much to do in them. Like if you know.
That's why I didn't go for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The more I read about it, the more it's going like 50-hour game, or worse, doesn't get good for 15 hours. Like, motherfucker, 15 hours? That's a whole game. Jesus Christ.
That's like a whole 2 weeks of gaming.
That's what I mean. I was like going, I'm not fucking wasting 2 weeks to get to the good bit. Fuck you. And the worst thing is, I'd get to that point and go, okay, now Red Dead's out, so that can go. And I'll just never fucking go back to it because I spent 2 weeks getting angry about the fact that I was playing the shit bit of the game.
It could be worse. You could be playing the story to FIFA, which is supposed to be like 8 hours long. But
Why?
the problem is that you get so distracted by everything else when you play with friends on a game of FIFA. It would be like trying to play the Battlefield story, the war stories that they do, and it's like you play through halfway through a mission, you get like 6 messages. Do you want to come play multiplayer? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Move on to... And then you never finish the fucking story.
Yeah.
My son used to be like that on the 360 now. He used to actually put himself offline because every time he'd go on, I'd go into his room the odd time, turn on his Xbox for a few seconds. I just turn it on to have a look at something. There'd be about 10 fucking friends. Oh, come on, do you want to play? Do you want to play? Do you want to play? Ping, ping. Oh, fuck off. I'm playing all my life and nobody pings me, the bastards.
There are more bloody invites in the last 3 minutes I've had my entire proxy life. Only reason I get lots of invites is because my internet sucks. You keep having to invite me to the same fucking game. Jeez.
Awesome. Did you buy that? Did you buy that? €20 for the Nintendo online? Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not paying
online
for
service.
the Nintendo online services.
No, only because I don't use my Switch really that much.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's worth it. Have you done it?
Yeah, for my Splatoon fix. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you need it to play Splatoon, didn't you?
Yeah. So I had to do it.
Oh, they
for
saw
that.
you coming, didn't they, mate?
Yeah, they saw me come. Yeah. They certainly did. They probably just done it to spite me, the little shits. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I ever since I've subscribed to it, I've been kicked out of more games than I have been before the fucking service. So I don't know.
Really?
I haven't played my Switch now in about a week and a half. So
it's a very Nintendo thing to do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Pay more for worse service.
Well, suddenly introduce this amazing service that isn't quite as amazing as they say it is.
Yeah. I just wish they could have had a normal service, even if it was the 40 or 50 quid that it was, for voice chat and the usual, the normal stuff. I mean, because PS3 and Xbox and 360 have been doing it for years now, so it doesn't make any sense.
But the thing with like the paid services, do you remember the shit Sony got when they started charging for their online?
Yeah.
They took a lot of shit, even though people have been paying Xbox for access to their online servers for 10 years.
Yeah.
Suddenly, PlayStation started doing, it's the worst fucking thing in the world.
Well, it's because they made it optional to start with.
Well, yeah. Well, it wasn't an online, it wasn't a server service on the PS3, was it? It was a free game service.
Yeah.
It's like, pay us, we'll make our infrastructure better, and then
and then it goes offline for 6 weeks.
It takes turns. They both take turns. I mean, last generation, Xbox was winning. Now PS4 is winning. The Xbox came up with with their Xbox Pass and stuff like that, and then so PS3 came up with the free games every month, before Xbox did. So they all take turns, they take turns.
So what do we think about Sony finally flicking the switch and allowing cross-platform games for Fortnite?
It's a bit late now because I fucking installed it on my Switch and couldn't get my access to my PS4 one or PS4 at the time when I had a PS4, and so I created a new account, but I played it for about 10 minutes and I went, fuck this, I haven't got time for this crap. Let's go.
I stuck Fortnite on. I think I played it twice. I played it once on my laptop when I was on a training course. I took my laptop.
I think I played it most on my iPad.
Well, yeah. I took my laptop with me and used the Wi-Fi in the conference centre to download Fortnite to my computer, and then sat and played it in the evening at the hotel. I was like, well, this is fun, but I am about 6 months behind everybody else. There's no way I can win any of these games at all. I see why people enjoy them, but yeah.
It's mental, the amount of people that go into GameStop every day, just buy €5 worth of Xbox or PS4 credit. Just for whatever. For Fortnite.
Yeah. It's insane, isn't it?
It's mental.
Like the iPad version just clocked over like $100 million or something stupid.
Mental.
How the fuck does an iPad game make money like that? It's fucking insane.
Mental, yeah.
I don't get it. But I do have a theory.
Fair play to them, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Fair play.
Epic have done... Well, no one thought it would be this big a fucking game, did they, when it came out?
No.
And Epic have made they made an insane fortune off of it. I do have a theory, though, and I reckon that the only reason Sony have switched on the cross-platform service is for Red Dead Online. I reckon Red Dead Online goes cross-platform.
Oh, that's a good recommendation, that is. You haven't been getting much sleep lately, have you?
No, I haven't. One of those 3 o'clock in the morning eureka moments, that was.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a bit like beating hookers up on GTA. They wake the wife up going, sweetheart, I bet. I don't give a fuck. Go to sleep.
Then you let them out of the car and you run them over. Yeah, awesome.
I can't believe I'm still fucking married half the time, I tell you.
Neither can I.
She's got the fucking patience of a saint.
So
the patience of several saints.
Because she knows you're not worth that much when you die.
Well, that's it. It's just not worth getting rid of me.
I've been collecting PS Vita games over the last year or two. You know, I have about 50 physical ones now at the moment. Myself and Connor on Twitter, VDJOMB, he started. The two of us just DM'd each other. I said, I think it's a good idea to start collecting Vita games. And he went, yeah, I've been thinking that myself. Except he took it to a whole new level. He's got about 300. I've only got 50. But there's certain ones we collect, like, for, you know, still sealed, like. Yeah. And I said to Sandra one day, I said, if I die, you get in contact with Connor, if he's still alive, because he's younger than me, so he should be, and tell him to sell my stuff on eBay. He'll get a good price for them, and that's my in my will.
Yeah.
That's your legacy, a massive rack of Vita games.
Yeah. To be fair, Steelbook Blu-rays is Nikita's only inheritance from me. Shelves and shelves and shelves of Steelbook Blu-rays.
Awesome.
Some of them cost more than the fucking Blu-ray player to buy.
We all have our little luxuries, don't we? What's yours, John?
I don't collect anything, at all.
Everything's digital for these fucking youngsters.
Yeah. Do you not going into to a shop, and I go into CEX, and Ryan, if he goes with me, just keeps saying in my ear, "This is a lot of crap, what are you buying this crap for? It's all physical stuff. What do you want physical for? You have Netflix. Go on, get out of here." Yeah, that's exactly different generation, I suppose.
Yeah. You feeling old yet, mate? Because I am.
I stopped feeling young about 20 years ago, man.
I've ever
said to my friend at work years ago, he's about 10 years older than me, and I said to him when I was about 30, he said, when do you know when you're getting older? He says, you just know. You don't know who the latest pop charts are. Yeah, I stuck on fucking Celebrity Big Brother one night, just me young one watches it, and I just went, who the fuck are these people? None of I couldn't. Any of them pros now I watch, I go, where the fuck is that? I have to Google the fuckers.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I don't know any of these fucking idiots. None of them.
And they're called celebrities. They're not fucking celebrities.
No. Being on YouTube does not make you a celebrity.
That dancing thing on BBC One. There's a YouTube celebrity on that, and they call him a media celebrity or something like that. I don't know what the fuck they call him.
No, he's a fucking YouTuber.
YouTuber. He's a multimedia celebrity. I don't know. He's a fucking YouTuber.
They can't call him a YouTuber because that's.
Well, I'm a fucking YouTuber. I've got 10 videos on YouTube. It doesn't mean I'm a fucking celebrity.
Yeah, but they can't call him because it's the BBC. They're not allowed to advertise.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. A media film. Feck off.
No, so I was saying this to a guy at the weekend. We were talking. I was down in London doing a horror movie all-nighter.
Yeah.
And one of them went, "What happens if we go clubbing? I think I might feel old if we go clubbing." I was like, "Motherfucker, I felt old for clubbing when I was 17. This ain't my scene at all. I would much rather sit in a pub, get drunk, and go home at a reasonable hour." Oh, yeah. Fucking clubbing. Up
27,
your ass.
I think, was the first time I felt really old. I was in this. It was called the Big Tree, and I used to go there when I was, from the age of 17, 18 up to 20, and I hadn't been there for a few years, and I just looked around and I went, "Fucking kids." They were all 21, and I was going, "Fucking kids, look at them." Laughing like fucking idiots. And I just walked out and never went back.
So I felt like that at EGX last year as well. We were walking around, I'm going, I'm old enough to be half these people's dad.
Well, I imagine how I feel. I'm all face. Probably all looking at me going, who's that fucking weirdo here? Look at him, he's just looking for attention and shit. I reckon I was the oldest man there this year. Reckon. I was looking for older people, but I couldn't find any.
All out front with their carers.
And going around with my Zelda t-shirt on, looking like I was a freaking 10-year-old. Just came out of a mental institution. I go up to my dad's, right? I go up to my dad's a couple of weeks ago. I go up every week, but anyway. And my dad's real old-fashioned, you know. And remember when Star Wars was coming back out again, he says, I suppose you'd be going to that. I says, yeah, had me ticket booked and all. And he just shakes the head. And then I walk up one night with the cartoon Zelda t-shirt I have on, and he just looks at me and goes, disappointed. I said, I've spent my whole life being disappointed. I'm used to it by now. To get over it.
I was like, to be fair, my mum and dad have felt like that for a lot of years about me.
Yeah, I don't give a shit now. It's great.
How was EGX this year then, mate?
It was a good laugh. It was a great laugh. The only trouble is I made a mistake of booking a 6:30 in the morning flight. So that was a bit of a pain in the ass. I went to bed at 10. I had to record with Justin that night, so I went to bed about 10:30. Got up about 2. Sandra's friend said she'd booked a taxi for 3, so that was grand. I played a bit of Switch before I was waiting for the taxi. 3:10, no fucking sign of the taxi. Of course, I could have done it myself on my fucking app, but I wasn't arsed. Left at 3:20, walked down the road. It was dark and dreary as it is at 3 in the morning. It's about 20 years since I was up at 3 in the morning. And went down to where the bus is. They have buses to the airport. They're great, you know, tenner return. Yeah. Would have cost me 40 in the taxi. So there's this. It's around by the Point Aviva Stadium there, and they're building, and there's all boards up and all that, and the bus stop is there where to get to the airport. And I went up with my hoodie on. I had a hood over that. I had a haversack on. I must have looked like I was about to. And there's this poor unfortunate man standing there. I'd say he was a poshie, with a big lovely suitcase and all, looking very prim and proper. And I went, "Is this the bus to the airport?" With me vaping me hand, and I'm sure he couldn't see me face because it was just covered, and he's just going, oh, "Fuck, I'm going to get mugged. And he went, "Sorry." I said, "Is this the bus to the airport?" Yeah, it is. Yeah. I said, "Okay, thanks very much." And I stood a bit away from just to give him some breathing space, you know.
Poor fucker sitting there going, "My story ends being killed by a dude in a hood surrounded by smoke."
The elephant man's coming for him. I said, "That's it." So I was in EGX at fucking 7:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
8:15 I was. Got to it because the airport is only like you get on these shuttle buses and you're there at EGX. So
it's only 5 minutes away, isn't it?
And there's people queuing at 8:00 in the morning outside the place are queuing up. There's about 50 people queuing up at 8 in the morning. I'm going, they must be the special people with the special passes or something. And they
came in on the special bus.
They opened up the doors and all, like just to let them into the queue. You know?
Yeah.
I had about 3 coffees, man. I had just to keep myself going.
Buzzing.
Hooked. Then I met a few people that. Colin and Twitter and stuff like that, and we went around there with them, and I was in bed by 9:30 that night. I was fucked. I think they were all saying from because I had a few beers then the afternoon. That just set me off altogether.
Without the proper like sleepy slurring, falling about.
Talking to Bongo and the OC, and I was going, "I might come to your thing tonight," and he's going, "You just go home, son, and get a rest."
Go to bed. You've done enough.
So I woke up at 5 in the morning. It was like I had jet lag or something. I was only going over the bleeding water. So I got up at 5. Woke up at 5 from 9:30. Great sleep. Grand. Buzzing. Oh, just fucking nowhere open. Fuck that. Watched the stream or something. Played a bit of Titan Quest on my Switch. I went back to bed at 7, woke up at 9, had breakfast. I felt great then. I was up for the day then. It was grand.
Yeah.
Great crack. So I went the Friday and the Saturday.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I didn't go to Sunday this year.
There's no point in going Sunday. There's fuck all going on.
No, but the 2 years I went just to Sunday, I came over on the Saturday and just chilled out. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. But, well, it's just, you just go there for the crack, really, you know what I mean? Yeah. I wasn't going to queue for 2 hours to see Assassin's Creed or, I played that game with the ships on it, the Toys to Life thing, Starlink, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Played that on the Switch. Jeez, I think I had your man, the poor bloke, traumatized, seeing a 50-year-old playing a fucking Toys to Life game on the Switch. And I was asking him all these questions. What? This looks a bit like what do you call that fucking space game? It's actually well done. It plays well. It plays like what do you call that space game?
Star Fox.
No, the other one, that came out on the Xbox recently, that was a PS4 exclusive. I can't think of the name of it. The space one. You're going exploring. You know that one.
No Man's Sky.
Fuck.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. It played a bit like that, and it played a bit like Star Fox. So it wasn't bad, actually. Right. I said to him, why are you bringing this crap out? I said, Toys to Life are dead, man. Well, I actually don't work for Activision. I'm just here. I said, yeah, but why? Why are they bringing them out? I mean, the ships look lovely, they're detailed. There's a little man in the ship and everything. I said, fucking little man's going to go for a hop now, and a 6-year-old's playing it. I said, how much do them little men cost? I couldn't wait to get rid of me. I swear to God.
He's sitting looking around, guys. There's someone fucking filming me. Am I on a prank show?
Fuck, I can't think of the name of it now. Scratchy Kittens or Scratchy Cats or something.
What the fuck?
Scratchy Cats, right? The most simplistic game you'll ever see. Drawing, a 5-year-old could draw of cats, right? And it's a multiplayer party game, right?
Yeah.
You're in a sitting room or background. It's just a hand-drawn sitting room. It looks really childish, but you have to get the fish out the window, and whoever gets the fish out the window wins. And it's feckin' hilarious, man. I swear to God, if it comes on the Switch, you better get it and we play. Feckin' hilarious, I swear to God.
This sounds like a game I could play in real life with friends and booze and an actual fish in my living room.
Yeah. Feckin' hilarious. I must say, I never laughed so much in my life. Well, maybe I did, but not whatever. That's it, really.
That's why I like when we went for 3.5 days, because we turned up on Sunday, kind of went, yeah, there's nothing here, we're going home. But I don't mind going for the 3 and 4 days. That way you can spend I don't mind queuing then for a day. If there's something you really want to play, you don't mind queuing because you're not going to miss anything. Yeah. You've got 3 other days. And by day 3, we were just fucking dicking around, weren't we?
Yeah.
Fucking around with the dude in the queue and playing Far Cry.
Yeah. Or you telling a guy dressed as Kratos that you wanted him to be your dad.
Well, I did. I did that. Oh, dude, I did that on the Thursday, and then
Kratos came out to be a dad.
Well, it was Granddad Kratos, and I was like, oh, dude, will you be my dad? And this was like Thursday, and the poor fucker kept, because you couldn't miss me, could you? I had big purple dreadlocks. And he kept seeing me all weekend and kind of nervously walking away from me. Scared I was going to kidnap him and chain him up in my house and pretend he was my old man.
He would make a perfect dad, all right.
Yeah, I think he would.
I mean, the first time I saw you last year was you were posting a picture of you with a Destiny gun or a Gears of War gun or something.
Well, what was it? Oh, the Far Cry. It was on the Far Cry stand. The big,
was it? Yeah.
Fucking machine gun.
Yeah, I was going, Jesus, look at him. He's like Kratos. Yeah, it's just great crack just to meet people, you know what I mean? That's what I like to do, that's what I like to go for, to laugh and the banter and just be in the same places as people have the same interests as you know what I mean? Because I was never into the football or manly stuff. So real disappointment to my father.
Yeah.
He had a hurl and a slitter in my hand when I was 6, and throwing it to me, and all I kept thinking was, this is bleeding barbaric. What do you want me to hit the ball for? Who gives a fuck? Well, I didn't say fuck at 6, obviously, but that's what I was thinking of. It's just never got it. I must take after me ma. Must be a woman in me or something. I don't know. Sorry, I'm talking too much now.
No, you're fine, mate. You're fine.
Sorry, John.
I tell you, Collie, as soon as you've joined us, you're our guest. Why don't you tell us one of the games you've been playing this week? Or where do you want to start this week with what you've been playing for the last couple of weeks or so?
Okay, so what I've been playing mostly is Just Cause 3. For some reason, that got in under my skin, and I just couldn't stop playing it for about a whole week.
Wow.
And nobody's playing it now, so I was trying to get all the top of the leaderboards. Like, people's names are up there from 3 years ago, like, and I was just going, I have to get him, I have to beat him. So I was doing all the jumping out of the plane, jumping through the rings, doing all that stuff, trying to get, I mean, the first time I tried to jump out of the plane and jump through the rings, it must have taken me about 10 times to even get through the second ring. Like, I was just gone. So I done it anyway, and, you know, you get perks for doing it, and you have to get these little cogs and so forth. So I was doing the driving sections, and that's something I would never do on a game like this. I would never go, you know, I'd get distracted obviously, but I'd never bother with the driving sections.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun, man. So much fun. And the only thing that pissed me off about it was you had to be connected to the server all the time, and because I hadn't got the Wi-Fi boosters in, and I was playing in the kitchen, it kept logging off every half an hour or whatever. It was just doing me head in, but I put the boosters in. It was grand. So then I was playing that for a week non-stop, like, more or less, and poor old Sandra was divorcing me at that stage. Then I just got tired of it. I said, nah, I'm finished with this now.
I did that quite quickly with Just Cause. I kind of went, I've played this before twice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I need to continue playing this. To be fair, I fell out with Just Cause 3 quite quickly. I didn't get that far into it at all. I kind of fancy 4.
Yeah, it looks great.
4 looks like fun. It's a bit like Saints Row for me. It's one of those things where you just find the stupidest thing you can do and then do it over and over and over again. So,
until you get bored of it, yeah.
Well, yeah. So Avalanche really kind of take that. Well, if you give people stupid shit, if you give people stuff they can do stupid shit with, they're going to do stupid shit with it. So let's just make a game out of that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say it took me about 10 years to finish Just Cause 2, so I'm expecting Just Cause 3 to take me about another 5 or 6 years. I actually finished Just Cause 2 when the PS4 and an Xbox was out, and I finished it on the PS3.
Bloody hell.
I don't know why. Here's my son looking at me going, Dad, you have next-gen consoles and you're playing
Let's put the old
retro.
Shit away.
Put the old shit away, yeah. That's what he's basically saying to me. I'm mental because I got rid of my PS4. I have a PS3 and a Wii U up in that up there on top of the wardrobe. I have an Xbox. I have a Game Boy Advanced somewhere. I have a PSP, which I still freaking play to this day. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I have a 3DS now, a DS.
Because nothing says entertainment like watching a fucking UMD movie.
Oh yeah, just takes the piss out of me. I watched Silent Hill on my PSP.
Yeah, I remember. I listened. You said you listened to Silent Hill. I was like, I kind of want to watch Silent Hill. I don't want to watch it on my watch.
He says, hold on a minute, you have a Blu-ray player, you have Netflix, and you watched Silent Hill on a 3-inch screen. I said, yeah, why not? There's something wrong with you. I watched it all too.
Oh, God. That would hurt my eyes, I think. Just kind of like that. Just an inch away from my face.
So I think there's something missing in my DNA or my brain or something that just tells me to be content with one thing. No, I can't. I want them all. And Sandra says, you're like a spoiled little brat. I said, yeah, that's because I was deprived when I was a kid. I'm making up for it now.
I say that a lot.
I wanted to get Stretch Armstrong for Christmas one year, and I haven't got over that since. My ma said, "That's a stupid thing. What do you want that for off, Santi?" I was 21. Anyway. And
So
I
I
was
can
so
whip
desperate.
me little brother
Just
with it.
Just one more thing. I was so desperate to get a Scale Electrics when I was a kid. My dad took his old Scale Electrics down, and it would be sweet now if it was still there. Had the old cars, from the 50s.
Yeah.
Stuck it in, played about, "Oh, this is great, Dad. Thanks very much." Then the fucking thing went up in smoke. The conductor, there must have been damp. It just went poof. That was the end of that. That was the height of my Scale Electrics session. So Kellogg's Cornflakes had a competition on Scale Electrics to win a Scale Electric. I was convinced I was going to win this until I looked at the date. I was out of date by a year.
No.
I was so distraught. Anyway, sorry. Back to Just Cause 3, and then so I said, feck that. I've got a lovely new Tomb Raider in there. I might as well get stuck into that. So I've been playing that since. And the other obsession. Oh, the other thing, I put New and Tasty down as a finisher. Yes, I am crazy.
Really?
That was fuck me. I thought
we're
Trev
talking
was
Abe's Odyssey.
Abe's Odyssey, New and Tasty, the remake one,
Yeah.
And he says, I thought Trev on DXB, he's a feckin' Irish man. He loves to taunt me. Says, I'll make a deal with you. We put down a game that both of us have. And I said, well, I don't have my PS4. So he said, New and Tasty. I thought he meant put it down as a finisher. Complete the whole feckin' 100%. I put it down as a finisher. I put 3 games down as finishers this month. And 2 of them, if I could turn back time and become 12 again, I still wouldn't be able to finish them.
No.
That's how mental it is.
100% in Abe's Odyssey, it will be brutal.
But I think if I did it, if I rang in sick for the next 2 weeks, I think I could do it, and I would gain some respect for doing it too.
I think you need to find a way to break your leg.
I know. No, I'm good at Photoshop too, so maybe I could do something on Photoshop. Why am I telling you this? Anyway, and the last game I've been playing, which has driven me demented, is Sparkle 2. It's a match 3 game, and it's driving me bananas. But I play it on the train every morning, and I shout at myself, and people are looking at me like I'm a crazy man. There you go. That's all I've been playing. Thank you very much.
How's Tomb Raider?
Very good.
Yeah.
The other thing about Tomb Raider is I love Tomb Raider. I never liked the originals on the PS1. They were just hard as fucking nails, and you fall down, you jump, slide down this thing. I just remember the first one. You slide down this slope, and you just die in the spikes. So feck that. Couldn't jump quick enough or whatever. So when the reboot started, just before the reboot, actually, the 2 games before the reboot, I really enjoyed them now. Legend, I think it was, or whatever it was, on the Xbox.
Yes, it was just called, the first one was just called Tomb Raider, wasn't it? So you had Tomb Raider and then Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, but did you know the ones before the reboot?
Oh yeah.
Ones, the 2 of them, they were good as well. So yeah, finished all them. So I hope to finish this one too. Nice. But it's quite automated. There's a lot of FMVs as well in it, so there's not quick time events where there was one scene where I was wrestling with this bloke, trying to kill him. I was waiting for the quick time event, ready, fingers at the ready, go, it's a quick time event. There was none. Adrenaline wasted on my wasted me adrenaline there.
All that time spent panicking that you're going to hit the wrong button.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the fucking quick time event, and it doesn't happen, and you're just so disappointed. But it's very good so far.
Nice.
Good. It's a lot darker, and Lara is a lot more human in it, whereas the other one's the plasticky sort of characters in it, but this one's more very well done. Yeah, I have to say. So yeah,
I'm looking forward to getting into it. I loved the first reboot. I thought the first reboot was amazing.
Yeah.
Rise I enjoyed, but not quite as much. So I'm quite looking forward to Shadow though. It looks like a lot of fun. And it's kind of up to all the stealth mechanics, which is, that's a winner all on its own in my book.
Just more thing, sorry, Brooker. I just want to say I'm so disappointed that we never got to play Homefront together.
Oh, dude, I
Took me months to get over that, man. I bought the fucking thing and everything. I went out of my way to buy it.
I was really looking forward to playing it with you, and then I played the game for about an hour, and I went, I can't. There was no way. I'd rather pull my foreskin over an old light bulb and then smash it with a hammer than play Homefront.
But what I would say is that I played the first one, which was enjoyable.
Oh, I loved the first one.
Yeah, loved the first one. And when I got the second one before you bought it, like, I just went about 2 hours in. I just can't play this anymore.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. It was just boring. Like,
did you play the multiplayer on the first one?
Yeah, I played a bit of it.
The
yeah,
multiplayer on the first one was spectacular. It was like Battlefield 2. I couldn't turn it off. I lost months of my life to Homefront Online. I didn't see that coming at all when I bought it. I really, really loved it. But yeah, I was disappointed is a nice word for it.
It was a pile of crap.
It was fucking terrible, and I really wanted to play it, and I really wanted to see how it played out, and I was just like, I can't do this. It's So yeah, I'm sorry. I will find us something better to play.
Red Dead.
There you go. Perfect. Red Dead Online will be superb.
Just hog tying each other and putting yourself on the railroad.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's how
you can tie me to your horse and drag me around. That's okay. And John I'll be the damsel in distress, and John will be the shining armour, and Brooker will be the man on the horse.
I'll just be twirling my mustache the whole time.
And a roughness on his face, yeah. And you have to have a scarf. And smoke cigars, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's tempting. It would be an excuse to start smoking again.
Brad.
I don't need much of an excuse. It would do. Oh. Quick, before my wife hears me planning to start smoking again. John, mate, what have you been playing?
So I've been playing Forza Horizon 4, which is obviously the fourth iteration of the Forza Horizon franchise. I
love that basically you've just said Forza Horizon 4 twice.
Yes, that's what I do best.
A really long time.
Yeah, that's what I do best. I'm all about filling in the gaps and making the show last longer than it really needs to.
Yeah. Go on, then, how is it?
It's set in the UK, as opposed to the other ones, which were not set in the UK.
Wasn't 2 set in France?
Yeah, I think it was south of France and parts of Spain. And 3 was set in Australia.
Yes, it was.
But this one's in the UK, or more specifically the north of the UK and Edinburgh.
Okay.
Why? But because apparently Edinburgh is the most beautiful city in the world, according to at least 3 people on the game.
Do I get to run over crackheads?
No. I've attempted to run over farm animals. It hasn't worked so far.
God damn it.
The fact that you tried to, John, respect there.
Yeah.
Respect.
This is it, you see. You give a gamer something to do and be a dick with, he will be a dick with it.
But it's the same with every racing game you get. You find the car that you love.
I don't know, man. I've never played Grid and tried to run over a cow.
I don't think there's any cows in Grid, but I like your thinking. But it'd be you. If you would pick this up, you would grab a Lancer if they were actually in it. Because I don't think they've got a Mitsubishi license this time round.
No Evos?
No Evos.
Yeah, I'm not playing it.
Yeah. So for me, I've got a 2008 Subaru WRX. Because it's my favourite rally car from, that generation of rally cars. Yeah. The same as I've got a 2008 Dodge Viper, because again, it's my favourite one of the Vipers. But if I'm not driving either of those cars, then I'm usually driving in the car I'm forced to be in for a showcase, or when doing the story mode, because there's a story mode to it.
Why is this like Long Shot and the journey? Like you're a budding racer. working his way up from the ground up, and he wants to be a YouTube celebrity.
It's pretty much like that. The first part of the story is you have to do 10 events, and they are stunt events. So far, I've done 3 jumps over random things, including a waterfall.
Okay.
And another time where I've had to smash up Edinburgh Sound Centre.
Is this Forza or Burnout?
Forza.
Okay. Sounds like Burnout.
I've unlocked another story mode. I haven't started that, but yes, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
But the game at least doesn't punish you for not winning races.
Okay. That's good, because I suck at racing games.
You do. You can do the showcases where you have to do random races against like a hovercraft or a train or a set of motocross people or aeroplanes. Typical Forza Horizon showcases. The idea is that you do win those, but it's kind of difficult to not win them because they spend the entire time of you being in second place, and then right at the end it's a race to the finish, and you always win because cars.
Fair enough.
But
see, I'd find a lamppost, crash into it, and still come last. It's basically like my drive to work.
Yeah. But the actual races themselves, you can do them in co-op mode if you get yourself a team of people to drive around with.
Okay.
But the same problem with this as with every Horizon game and every open world racing game, and Burnout Paradise at that, you have to drive to every event. You can't just find it on the map and go, I want to do this race, start race, and it just loads you into the race. No, you have to be where you are, drive to the start line, start the race, hope the finish line is near to another race so you don't have to drive across the fucking map again to get to that race.
Yeah, see, that's not my thing. I prefer like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the remake Hot Pursuit on PS3. Where you just select race and go, and then start a race. Perfect. Yeah. That's all I want.
Select Race and Go is my ideal racing game because that's what I grew up on. The whole you have to now drive around in free roam. I like the fact that they've got seasons, and I think that the way that they've done seasons is quite cool, where the season changes over. I think it's every week. So you start the game up as you work through the prologue until you hit level 20. Is that you do each season individually, and then once you finish that, as long as you're connected to Horizon Life, the Forza Horizon online services, each week or couple of days, it changes the season for everyone all at once. So at the moment we're in autumn, I think. I'm pretty sure. So the next one on Saturday will be, or whenever it changes, I think it's Thursdays actually. So tomorrow, it'll change to being winter for everyone.
Okay.
And then,
but I mean, the thing is, because you said it's set in Scotland, so spring, summer, autumn, and winter are all basically the same thing in Scotland.
Yeah. And the north of England.
And the north of England.
The weird thing is that winter is actually like what you'd expect in Canada, where the lakes are frozen over and it's snow fucking everywhere. Not there's no buses going around because there was an accident. There was a bit of snow that happened to fall near a mountain somewhere over there.
Yeah. Some
give it 12
Land Rover.
Give it 12 years. Give it 12 years. Global warming, it's happening. It's a reality.
Yeah.
It'll all be snowed under in 12 years' time. Won't be able to get out. Exactly.
So I can feel myself getting bored of this pretty quickly. Lee jumped on to my Xbox party chat while I was playing it.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I want to say, and said that once he'd finished the game he was on, he was going to pay the £8 for Game Pass and then just play it for a month because that's about as long as it'll last. Yeah. I don't see it lasting much more than maybe 10 hours, if that.
Okay.
So not lots to do in it, like Forza Horizon 3.
There's fucking loads. There's way too much. And the problem is that it's not all unlocked at the start. So, the speed cameras and the weird jumps that you kind of have to do and Daredevil stuff. Yeah. That's not all open at the start. You get 3 speed cameras at the start, and you have to go through 2 of them before it'll unlock the next 3 of them. but it won't unlock the next 3 until you open up the pause menu and go into the map, and then it will say, "Ah, well done with those speed cameras. Here's more." And then you do the next section, and it's like they're done, and then you open up the map maybe like 3 hours later, and it'll go, "Ah, those speed cameras. You're getting really good at them. Here's more." It's like, stop filling my map up. I don't need any more. I've got enough. And after every race, I'm not talking about like each class of race. So instead, not just sprint races and track races and doing rally events and the off-road events.
Yeah.
Is that it will open up 4 races in an area. You'll do one of them, open the map up, and it'll go, "Oh, you're mastering this. Here's 4 more races somewhere else." I haven't finished the other fucking 3 of them. What do you? Leave me alone. I want to do what I've got already. Stop giving me more shit.
See, this sounds an awful lot like my experience trying to play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, "I've cleaned the map up. This is fantastic. I've done fucking everything." No, have 3 more types of events. No, cunt. I'm not fucking playing that anymore.
Honestly, while I was playing it, and
stop
the map's
Ubisofting
really...
my fucking games.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The map is getting so full right now. I thought I was playing the fucking Crew.
Christ.
If you've got the £8 for a month of Game Pass, that's how long this game's going to last. And I think I might end up having to do this with almost every time Microsoft released an exclusive and just go, bite the bullet, here's £7. Can I have a month of Game Pass? And then play the game for a little while.
Yeah,
I've yet to see a Microsoft game come out that's going to last me more than a month.
I kind of, because I've got Game Pass, I feel like I should play Forza Horizon. I so can't be asked that I can't even be bothered to switch on the Xbox and hit download. You know, this isn't even I've got to find the money or I've got to nip to the shop. This is, I can't even be bothered to go to the TV where my Xbox controller is and switch it on.
You know your computer's in front of you, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing it from there either.
So's your iPad.
I could probably do it from the iPad.
And your phone's in front of you probably as well.
Yeah.
All of those things have.
Computer?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can grab stuff off the store. I'm assuming there's an Xbox app even for Mac.
Yeah, there's an Xbox app on the iPhone store because I have it. But ever since 12 came on, it just keeps going around a circle every time I go open it up now. So I don't know.
I've not actually tried mine yet since the latest update.
I just
let's find out.
see has anybody messaged me. That's all I use it for. Really. Usually I'm disappointed, so it doesn't matter.
Apparently, what's new is bug fixes.
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's what's always new.
Helpful. One of my friends got an achievement on Overcooked.
Oh, so working for you then, is it?
Yeah.
Must be. Must have to get an extra.
Although, to be fair, one of the things it says on when you load it up and it says what's new bug fixes, and then the other one is may not be available in all markets.
Wait, what? Fair enough.
Kazakhstan or one of them places, probably.
Well, yeah. No one in Uzbekistan plays Xbox anyway. It's all good.
Yeah. They're all on PS4.
Yeah.
Playing an imported copy of Spider-Man 3.
Exactly. So, not worth spending money on them, mate.
No, you've got Game Pass.
That bad boy.
Game Pass that fucker and be done with it in less than a month. You'd be finished with it in a session, probably.
It's pretty much my experience with most racing games. Yeah, fair enough. Anything else? Or was it just Forza?
Just Forza Horizon.
Cool. I've only played 2 games. Guys, right. So I so desperately, when I got to the end of Spider-Man, I so desperately wanted to play something horror-y, because now we're in October. I was like, right, horror games. So, what shall I play? And it's like 6 months ago I bought The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2. I was like, right, I'm going to fucking play The Evil Within. I clearly didn't give it a fair enough shake. Everybody else seems to love it. I will install it and give it a play. No. I lasted an hour and I got really fucking annoyed. The clunky running around, the shitty camera angles, the crap letterboxing, just not. Literally, I could just feel myself getting angry playing this fucking game. I was like, just no, absolutely not. I got past chapter 2 and went, yeah, I'm done. I'm never playing this again. Now I have 2 more copies. I have 2 more games that are going to go up on my shelf. They're just going to sit there forever. Because I can't sell them on. They're not fucking worth anything. So,
yeah.
So instead,
a trial and error game, really, isn't it?
It is.
I tried the first one on the PS4, and it just basically, from what I got from it, was it's just trial and error. So you try it this way, that fails. Okay, try it a different way.
Yeah,
that's.
I don't mind that, apart from the fact that the loading times seem really long. So when you got stuck on a bit and it takes you 2 or 3 times to get through it, it's quite infuriating. There's something about it. The guy in it, the main character, when you control him, he almost like roadie runs, like in Gears of War, but it's not even as easy to control as the guys in Gears of War. He seems to be all over the shop. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm getting old. It's not. I wasn't enjoying it at all. So instead, I was going through my games and apps on the Xbox and went, ooh, my Far Cry 3 Classic Edition is installed. I'm going to have a play on that. And lads, Far Cry 3 is so much fun.
Isn't it just?
I fucking love it.
I 100% did that on the Xbox last month. It's actually, in my opinion, the best Far Cry game.
Yeah, I think it's the best Far Cry game until the halfway mark. I don't know, can I spoil a 5-year-old game? I don't really want to, but when the story changes and does that complete left turn that it does.
Oh yeah.
I didn't enjoy it then, so I'm sitting there going, well, if I carry on playing this, I might just play it up to that bit and then turn it off and then pretend like the rest never happens. Like this is actually the good bit of game. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just dicking around and wiping out outposts silently, and it's much more fun to do the outposts and shit in 3 than it was in 5. 5, I found them get quite infuriating.
Too easy. But I found 5 too easy in regard to you had your helpers coming in, and, later on in the game you had your sidekicks coming in and taking out people for you. But in Far Cry 3 you had to actually be more stealthy and approach them differently, and it was I loved that game.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I mean, I'm not far. I'm 3 or 4 hours in, so I ain't got very far at all. But I've had a really busy couple of weeks. I've not had much time to play, and again, I'm really kind of anti-starting anything that I'm just going to leave when Red Dead comes out in a couple of weeks. I don't.
You're going to get slagged off now if you don't actually get Red Dead day one and play it. I'm going to be on Twitter abusing you, saying, "Well, what's with the Game of the Year edition? You're not even playing it."
I've bought Red Dead already. I bought it digitally. It's paid for. It's pre-installed. It's ready to go. So I definitely own it.
Have you booked the day off work yet?
I haven't. I've only got 1 day's annual leave left, and I'll be honest, I'm in the middle of a podcast project that will take me into the middle of November. I'm going to wait till that's all done, and then literally just take the day off and go, oh, thank fuck for that. Because at the moment, by the time Sunday rolls around, including this episode, I will have recorded and edited 5 episodes of podcasts between now and Sunday night. Or now and Saturday
doing?
night. I'm
selling yourself out.
No, I'm the X-Cast, the X-Files episode, the X-Files podcast I do with Tony.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting one for Fringe, the TV show. But we're kind of batch recording episodes. So between now and the middle of November, I'm recording episodes for every episode of season 1. So by the end of November, I will have recorded and edited 20 episodes of a podcast that isn't due to air until next June. So, I'm fucking exhausted, lads, and I haven't had much time to game.
There's some bleeding amount of episodes in the Fringe, for God's sake.
100 flat. So it's like 5 years of my life I can see draining away.
Jesus, why do you do that to yourself?
Well, the problem was I said, yeah, I'll do it. And then I thought about it, And I thought about it some more and thought, maybe I shouldn't do this. But I didn't pull out. And then suddenly I was recording episodes and now I'm kind of stuck. That's all good. To be honest, I'm enjoying it. I like editing podcasts. I like recording podcasts like that. And I love sitting watching random episodes of Fringe. I'm okay with that. So, I've got a dead leg. But yeah, it's just...
Fringe is good, yeah.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it. And it does just kind of get better. So I'm quite happy to do it. But I've kind of purposely done it like this so I don't spend a year going, oh God, I'm recording another episode. I'd rather get it all done out the way quick and literally just zip up all of season 1, send it off to the guy that's going to upload it and go, there you go, I'm done. I'll see you this time next year for season 2. But and when I messaged Tony, I said, if I get really lucky, if I plan this all right, I'll have all of season 1 done before Christmas. And he went, we can start planning season 2 then. I was like, fuck no. Let me get
Tell
to
Tony
Christmas.
to fucking edit a podcast then. Lazy little schmuck.
I love him. It was awesome. Obviously, he wasn't going, no, you must do it. Of course he wasn't. But I was like, oh, just fucking hell. I don't know what I let myself in for, yeah? But yeah, that's a laugh. But yeah, that's my what we've been playing. I've played an hour of The Evil Within and 3 hours of Far Cry, so not an awful lot. But yeah.
Because you're too busy editing podcasts.
Could have been playing Forza Horizon 4 for the same amount of time.
The thing with Forza Horizon is, more now I think about it, I could install it, I could play that while I'm editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or while watching Fringe.
But why that tends to be what I do. I tend to. Well, the thing is, I watch Fringe like just on this constant cycle at the moment, so I can remember what happened because it's been a while since I've watched it. It's great. Yeah, lads, I think that about wraps us up.
Yeah.
I think that about wraps us up. Do we want to do recommendations? Anyone got a recommendation for PS Plus or Games of Gold or anything? Anything they insist that other people should play?
Overcooked is on the Games of Gold at the moment.
Have you played Overcooked?
No, I haven't played it. I've downloaded it.
Yeah, see, I downloaded mine now. I've downloaded it.
Great fun.
I'm trying to convince Maya to come play it with me. I don't think I'll ever turn her into a gamer. I do think I could turn her into an Overcooked player.
Yeah, Overcooked is awesome.
How about you, John? You got anything you want to recommend?
Well, when this episode's going to go up in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So, Tuesday, is when the next round of Xbox Games with Gold games come up, and you can play Hitman Blood Money for backwards compatible.
Cool. Talking backwards compatible stuff on EA Access. This isn't new. It's been there a little while, but I spotted it and went, oh yeah. So I've installed it and I might give it a play. Is Dante's Inferno is on EA Access.
Awesome game.
I fucking love Dante's Inferno.
I love that game. I absolutely love that game. Although the fucking last bit was took forever.
Oh yeah, the trials area.
Oh. But such a good game, man. Such a good game.
I really enjoyed it. It was it was this insanely overhyped thing that everybody else hated, but I kind of went, no, I really liked this.
I loved it. Yeah.
This is definitely my bag. But yeah, Dante's Inferno is on EA Access. And with that, I think it's time for us to wrap up. Gentlemen, Colm, mate, do you want to plug stuff? Have you got stuff you want to... Would you like to advertise yourself? Not like that.
Plug myself in. That's what I'd like to do. So give me some more energy so I could stay up later and play some bloody games. But that's not going to happen. I do this chat podcast with my friend Justin. Well, he's not my friend really. He's young enough to be my son, but he's good to me, even though he slags me. So at Last Save Loaded, you can find me over there tweeting from the Last Save Loaded account usually. If it makes sense, it's Justin. If it's garbage, it's me. That's all I can say. And you can find me at Solemn67 as well if you want to follow me but I wouldn't recommend it because it's mostly nonsense that comes out of my mouth.
I can vouch for Last Save Loaded, the podcast. I listen to it pretty much religiously. It's basically my Tuesday mornings when I walk the dog. I start listening to it and then listen to it throughout the day at work, and yeah, I love it. I've listened to it.
So what you're saying, Brooker, is it's good for when your dog is shitting and when you're in work doing bored out your tree.
Nothing says cold weather picking up shit in a crappy plastic bag than listening to Colm talk.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you,
Brooker. Go on then, John. Until next time, where can people find you, mate?
People can find me on Twitter as the John_CU and on Xbox Live as Long Dong Silver.
There you go. I am, as always, I'm Brooker411 on Twitter, where I just sit and rant and talk bollocks pretty much 100% of the time. As a team, you can find us. They can't see, so we've got the cameras on because we've just got cameras on for this recording. The people are nodding at me. You can't see this, but they're nodding at me saying, "Yes, I talk bollocks." I am aware. It's me saying it.
You ignore talking bollocks, and I will not be stopping my minute-by-minute commentary on your podcast either. And that won't be.
I love it. A live tweet along with only himself every other week. It's a beautiful.
And I actually put up a picture of where I'm at the podcast, so you know seriously what I'm talking about.
The best part is you put these tweets out about 5 hours after we started recording the more recent episode.
It's one of the few times where I actually hate that I don't have social media at work because I wish I could kind of tweet along. But it's amazing. It's absolutely brilliant. But
yeah, I think episode up there I have to listen to. I think I'll get to that tomorrow, probably. Be prepared. Sorry.
I think that just leaves us to say, Colm, mate, it's been awesome having you on. I'm so glad we finally managed to get you to come and chat with us.
First and last time, I'm sure, because poor old John didn't get a word in, but I don't make sense anyway. So thank you for having me, Brooker. It was a pleasure, and thank you for John, my grandson. There's a Christmas present in the post for you both for being so good to the old man. Probably a pair of nappies or something, but what the hell? It's the only thing I have on me at the moment.
Absolutely.
Or a week's supply of carers drugs. Yeah, that should do it. They're great stuff.
Amazing. Yes, it's been awesome having you on, mate. And yeah, as always, we will be back in a couple of weeks with another episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Gentlemen, say good night.
Good night.
Bye.